Now, I had to cut short on a video I was doing on the ultra short throw lights out while the gray screens and white screens don't work. I'm gonna resume that tomorrow because I got some important emails that popped up, and I can't show these emails. They're actually in confidential. Can't show them off. I'm pretty sure he'll probably show his off on the other end because he's got that email letting them know that the case is being filed and that there's going to be a court date coming up. So basically, we are taking to court Jamie Fernando Gonzalez as an AKA Crow1176. And this guy, man, I'm telling you, this guy has done so much dirty stuff to us at the end of the day. It's just unbelievable. You don't know how much dirt this guy does. So anyway, this is an individual, like I said, who I got tired of it because, like I said, I try to turn the other cheek and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and try to change their lives. But he just didn't want to listen. He just kept pushing. And the last straw for me was not only going around telling people that my product is fake and it's black paint and all this other crazy stuff you've been doing at the end of the day to try to tarnish my company's name, but the fact that taking my copyrighted logo and posting it on your site and putting scammer over top of it was the last straw for me. I was done after that. So I went to the CCB. I filed a lawsuit to take Crow to court for damages to my company and basically spreading false lies about my company. We were able to report and send in 187 emails traced to him. A lot of them were traced back to him. Those who are part of that ordeal, trust me, you're going to be reached out because it's an investigation. We got another 140 emails sent out from him to our business account. We was constantly spamming the account over there, carrying on. And even messages were basically, there were notifications popping up, text messages, all kinds of stuff we've been collecting on him down through years. Most hardcore evidence, over 15 accounts of copyright infringements of using our copyright logo you see right here that has a registered government copyright attached to it on his website multiple times, displaying that he'll do what he wants to do. It's his property now, and so forth. All this is being, the judge already looked over all this. There was enough substantial evidence for them to file a court date, for get ready to start filing for a court date. So we're going to be going to court, and a judge is going to look over all that information. He's already looked over some of it, and they're going to decide from there. First things first, as I said before, first question you're going to ask you. It's the first time I take someone to court for copyrights. I have taken a few people for court to copyright, so I know what's going to happen. They're going to ask you, did you get permission from me to use it? And if the answer is no, because you can't lie, you're under oath, you know what that means after that. They start working on how much money you got to pay me and whether or not there's going to be jail time involved in this. Either way, you're going to get jail time. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get jail time, and I'll tell you why. Because in those emails, there was a lot of death threats, and there was a lot of racial slurs going on in there. And they consider that a separate case now for criminal charges. And those are the ones that are going to stick. 187 emails were sent to us, and out of 100, 98 of those were from Tracer Crow. 98 out of that 187. We're not talking about 98 as in only 98. I'm talking about all of them. If you contributed a percentage of it, it would have been 98% out of 100. On top of that, spamming our accounts, which we showed you the multiple emails that were popping up in the account, those were traced back to him. So how badly did he mess up? Well, he's going to be homeless. That's how badly he messed up. He has to pay us $30,000 per each offense. For each time you flash my copyright, you're going to pay me 30 grand. Do you have any idea how much money you owe me? You owe me a lot of money. And you're not going to win this in court. There is no way you're going to win this in court. We're going to go before a judge and say, I can, guess what, violate the United States government copyrights and take someone's stuff and do whatever I want to do with it, and they're just going to have to deal with it. No, you can't do that. No one gave you permission to touch or use my stuff at all, period. And because of that, you're going to get sued. And you're going to pay me my money. And what I'm going to do is to make sure that I get my money right away, so I don't have to sit there and wait months or weeks or whatever. I'm going to execute judgment right on the spot So that way I can request to get my money even faster because I have a judgment against you. I can go to a courtroom, I can basically file for it, I can show them the judgment that I got against you, and they can bring down the sheriff's sale to get whatever they got to get from me at the end of the day. And that includes freezing your banking account, that includes taking things out of your home, that includes a lot of things at the end of the day that you are not going to like, that's going to make you very uncomfortable. Everything you have is mine now. This is a case you are not going to win, and you're going to lose miserably. I've actually had less evidence than this and won copyright claims. So it's going to be rough for this fellow. But you know, you don't, at the end of the day, treat people's property like this. You have no copyrights on the Crow screen paint mixers. We checked, there's nothing there at all, period. No patent pennies, no registers, no licenses, there's nothing, not a thing, nothing there at all, period. It's a stack of cards. So you don't have anything. Parte can't even put in claim and say that, oh, at the end of the day, he didn't know. You don't even own the name Parte. It's not even yours. It's owned to somebody else over in England. You don't even own the logo. You don't even own half the pictures that are on your website are not yours. So as you can see right here, this is for small claims court for copyrights at CCB. And he's going to get hit with $30,000 per infringement. That's what he's going to get hit with. Lighter damages are $750. More serious cases of infringement are $30,000 per infringement. And yours are extremely serious because not only did you take my cube, my copyrighted material, without my permission and posted it on Wix multiple times, but you continue to change and alter my artwork and taught me that it was yours and you do what you want to do with it. This is what got you. It's going to get you hit with $30,000 per offense at 15 copyright violations. Now, all that stuff you want to show off on camera about your $5,000 motorcycle and all that stuff, that's my stuff now. That's what's going to happen. You're going to sell whatever you got to do to pay me my money. That's what's going to happen. So all that show off your little trinkets, your bike and all that stuff, guess what? Either you sell it or I bring somebody in to take your stuff and they sell it. Either way, you owe me money now, and a lot of money you owe me. $30,000 for 15 infringements per offense. Per infringement. That's what you're going to pay me. It's a lot of money. And if you cry on court, because you will cry in court and whine and cry, that whole nonsense about camera tricks and stuff, it ain't going to work in there. Because you know why? It's hearsay. You have to have proof to back that up. But guess what? I got proof. I got proof that that copyright that you took off my channel and used it for the way you want it is registered with the government. And you took two of mine. You took my LLC, my 4K Crystal Onyx, not 4K Crystal, my Black Series edition. You tampered with that one too. So I'm going to file another lawsuit right after that. They hit you again for another one per offense. You better hope you didn't hit that one that too many times, because that's more money you're going to pay me out. Then I'm going to take you back to court again. I'm going to file another small claims court up here where I'm at, and I'm going to take you to court for 10 grand for messing around with the batch number penalty. I'll hit you with that one. Then I'm taking you to civil court. I'm going to file another one. This is where my lawyers are going to get involved in this one, because I have to have lawyers for that. And I'm going to file another lawsuit for $250,000 to $1 million for slandering my company by saying my product was nothing more than black paint. For all those fake unboxing videos and all that stuff you did against my product, I'm going to hit you again. And then you still got to get hit by United States Postal Service for mail fraud. Yeah, it's going to be a bad year for you. The rest of you that are going to watch him go through this, you're next. Matthew, you're going to be before anybody else. I'm definitely, after I get done Crow, you're going to be handled right away, quickly and fast, swift and fast. We literally don't even have to do much to do this one. So that's pretty much it for that. Looks like a lot of your stuff, it's going to be my stuff now. Doing dumb stuff. This is what happens at the end of the day, people, when you do dumb stuff. This is what it'll get you into. Him showboating on camera, him carrying on, acting up, posting our copyrights over and over again, got him in trouble. Wix, you're going to be hit with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. I told you this was coming. We've given you more than enough time. I don't care about your apologies. Got these apologies that is popping up in my account. No, we are past that point now. We gave you plenty enough time to go in and to remove the website that was actually spouting out some of these lies about our company. YouTube is going to get hit with a lawsuit. They're coming. But anyway, let's talk about this. We gave you plenty of time. I've written to you multiple times. I went through all proper channels. I provided proper information. I provided the infringement letter. I copyrighted the court docket number. I provided our copyrights right to you. So you know that our copyrights are legit. I've sent you letters on basically everything that guy has posted, from basically going in and taking our copyrights without permission, altering, changing our copyrights, and even more. You had a supervisor go in and screenshot pictures from his site. Do you know that I can have every last one of your recordings subpoena in court, every single one of them? I can even bring employees that were on that phone that day when that conversation, I can have them brought into court. Yes, I can. You did nothing at all. And I gave you fair warning. I wrote you a long letter explaining to you that if these actions weren't taken care of, that we would take it to court and we would sue you for a ton of money. And guess what? You did nothing. So I'm already going to be transferring my new websites over to GoDaddy, my domain name, and start building over there. I'm going to be dropping my accounts over here, and I'll be filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against your company. So you know that's coming. We gave you plenty of options to clean it up, and you didn't. Keep in mind, in the lawsuit, they asked us where was the original this nonsense was coming from, and we posted your site because that's where it was coming from. Every copyright image that we sent in, there's a picture of your company's logo sitting right next to it. And what makes, I'm going to tell you something today, people, this case is never going to go to court. We're going to get paid a lot of money, and they're going to settle out of court. And you want to know why? Because Wix is a website, at the end of the day, it does not want people to know that they allow other Wix users on their own platforms the ability to go over and take copyrighted material and use it for their own personal use to taunt other Wix players that are using. Now, you know how bad that looks in court? That looks extremely bad. That's going to cause a lot of damage to their company. And to keep that secret from getting out, they're going to pay us whatever the freak we want. Now, two ways I can go about this. I can take a huge amount of money from you guys, or I can ruin your reputation and take your money. Depends on how I feel that day. Because I came to you guys asking for help. I read through your entire policy on how you tolerate with individuals who take copyrights from other people's pages. If you're going to tell me at the end of the day that you're not responsible for this, then who would basically do business with you at the end of the day if there's no penalties? There's even penalties under eBay. There's penalties under Amazon. There's penalties under any site that basically you do business with. If you violate any rules and regulations, you have to pay for it some way. As in a termination of an account, or maybe they may be set back your account. There are things you have to pay for to keep everything in law and order on that site. If you have a site that's set up where you basically don't enforce these laws and you allow people to do whatever they want, then that's not the kind of site that people want to be on. Artists don't want to produce their music on it. People don't want to show up their artwork on it due to the fact and fear that people are going to be to take these things and again do whatever they want. You allow another Wix user to slam, to basically commit lies, and to try to destroy another website on your own platform, and did nothing about it. And I read through your policies. Clearly it says in your policies, if a person is found with copyrighted materials and proof of this copyright material, that the website is automatically terminated. You didn't terminate that site for 4 months. So therefore, talks are over. I told you this was going to happen. And now I'm pretty sure legal, wherever's going to contact or whatever at the end of the day to keep this from going to court, but it is going to go to court. I'm going to take the money and I'm going to destroy your reputation at the same time. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I don't think anybody else who's using Wix at the end of the day should be subjected to that kind of nonsense. And you need to learn your lesson, that you don't do that to other people at the end of the day. If a customer comes to you and says, hey, someone's slamming my site and they're doing this and doing that and they have no evidence, then that's a different story. but they're showing you hardcore evidence. And you guys have been in my account through remote control access and have taken these pictures off my cell phone. You even been on his site when he was slamming under the Black Series edition and taking pictures, and clearly could see that he was doing these things, these acts. You saw this with your own eyes and you did nothing. And because of this, this is going to cost you a great deal of money and your reputation at the same time. I gave you fair warning. I said, if you messed up on this ordeal, I will make sure that I will bury you in court. And I have more than enough information showing that I have talked to over 16 representatives at freaking Wix, back and forth communications with them back and forth about this particular situation that they refuse to do nothing about. I know you got a lot of money and I know you're insured. I'm going after $20 million and maybe a lot more than that. So be prepared, we're coming. Well, with that being said, gee whiz, isn't this interesting? I sat there and made this statement. They basically didn't pull a site, we were going to hit them. And guess what? I did contact my attorney friend and he said, yeah, we got them. We definitely got them. They're going to lose a lot of money on this, a great deal of money. And on top of that, the reputation of Wix is going to be tarnished. Because again, who in their right mind is going to put their protected material, mind you, it's not protected by Wix. It's protected by the government. So who's going to take their government issued or copyright material, their music, their artwork, and put it on a website that allows other users from Wix to take their material and do whatever they want to do with it? No one will trust you after this. And you're going to pay me or try to pay me whatever I want at the end of the day to keep it from going to court. But guess what? That's not going to make me happy. Taking you into court and watching your company get wrecked, that will make me happy. Because then at the end of the day, maybe you would treat people with a little bit more respect and you'll have a better reputation to try to uphold to ensure the people that are doing business with you, that you can protect them from people that have only one intention to just basically destroy what they have built. This is also going to make your stocks drop a little, just to let you know. I've seen the fluctuation in business. It gets pretty bad after a while when you hit the lawsuit. Mind, you got Zuckerberg right now, who's dealing with the fact that 24 million of those glasses were causing people to get swollen eyes and itchy skin. Yeah, that's damaging. That kind of stuff can be really damaging. Now, can you imagine if it never even happened? Can you imagine if someone made all that up, caused all that destruction, and it was a lie at the end of the day? See, that's the kind of dumb stuff that you jokers do at the end of the day, that you think at the end of the day there's no consequences. There is consequences behind all that. And now you got to pay for it. This is your year, especially for you guys. Now, I can't show off the rest of the documents because I'm being told they can't be reviewed. But as I said before, Jamie, 15 times you've touched my copyrights, and that's $30,000 per infringement. So you added up what you owe me. Now, keep in mind, he's trapped in a box, a very small box, and there's nowhere for him to go. What is he going to say in court? He's going to say I gave him permission to do that to me? What is he going to say? He was never warned. No one ever told him this was going to happen. Yeah, you got a letter from my attorney telling you to back down, that this was going to happen. You were going to get sued for touching Crystal Edge copyrights. Fair warning, you were told in July of 2021. So between July of 2021 until now, you did all that stuff that you did. On top of that, consider the fact that you owe money to the maker or author of Frankenstein, because again, we are going to bring receipts showing that you got a history of doing this. You made all that money off that franchise. I don't care how rich they may be at the end of the day. It's still their name at the end of the day. You still owe them money. And we're going to show proof that you have stole from this company. Oh, it's going to be an interesting field day. I've been waiting for this for a while, because he's so bold. Do what he wants to do. Talk trash to people. Think you're untouchable at the end of the day. I've seen your kind in court many, many times. And the minute you get in court, the minute you sit before that judge, you're just the nicest person you could ever be. All polite, speaking all nicely and everything. No cursing, no carrying on. But that's not going to help the tons of evidence that judge is going to be staring through and sifting through on that table. We're going to ask you a lot of questions, and you better answer them correctly. You're going to go through this so many times, it's going to make you weak. Because after you go through this again, you go through the ordeal, you got to go through it again. You hit my copyrights again on the new one. And I'm going to bring you back into court again. I'm going to drag you back in again. I don't care if you don't have the money to get there or not, you're going in. I'm going to drag you in every single time. For each time that you did something to my company, you're going to court. Now, I don't care if there's nothing left of you. You're an empty soul. I'm still dragging you in. This is what happens when you mess with my stuff. So now you learn a valuable lesson. And when you sit there and cry and whine in camera like, oh, he's supposed to crucify, I did show you mercy, Crow. I could have sued you a long time ago. I could have sued you so many times it's not even funny. And I gave you plenty of time. Plenty of time. Now, I'm pretty sure you got that email telling you that the case has been filed. You got to get ready for court. Don't worry, you won't need a lawyer. This is a different kind of case. No lawyers are out. It's just me and you and the judge. It's personal. Now, when we go to civil court, you're going to have to hire an attorney, but you won't have the money by then. But you are going to need one. You're going to have somebody's going to represent you, but you're not going to have the money. And if you lose, you will pay my attorney's fees, and they're not cheap. Now, I wonder what's going through his head right now. I don't care, to tell you the truth. Not going to your channel, don't care at the end of the day, really don't. I know what's going to happen to you. I've been this far. I've sued people before. I know what's going to happen. And it's not going to go well. He's going to get in court. He's going to talk real polite, real nice, trying to think he can just sugarcoat his way out. But no, the documents are right there. Everything you wrote, everything you said, everything you did is right there for the judge now, including 187 emails on one account and another 140 something on the other account, but full of all kinds of nasty stuff in there. Talking about my mother, talking about my mother's 89 years old. And you're talking about nasty stuff about my mother, ignorant stuff. I mean, disgusting stuff about an 89-year-old woman. You're a sick person at the end of the day. So you're going to talk about my mother that way. So if you want to see me triggered, you really want to see me triggered at the end of the day, I'll show you triggered in court. I'll show you what I'm like in court when I get triggered. It's going to be bad, man. It's going to be real bad for you. You're going to wish that at the end of the day, I handled it another way. You're really going to wish when I get done with you. You're going to see triggered when I see you in court. You're going to talk about an 89-year-old woman, my mother, nasty stuff about her. You're a sick pervert at the end of the day. Something wrong with you, boy. But I guarantee you, I'm going to make you pay for it. You're going to pay for everything you did. Everything from the first day I met you and you carried on, you're going to pay for it. I'm going to drag you in court so many times. I don't care if you're a lifeless court. I'm still going to drag you in. You're going to pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me. I don't care if you got nothing left. You still going to pay me. And you can sit there and laugh on camera and smile, but deep down inside, you are terrified. And I know you are. Oh, it's going to be bad. So if I were you, I would basically try to enjoy as much as you possibly can before the court date comes up. And I'm going to tell you something right now, buddy. This is going to put so much pressure on your marriage. I've watched couples separate because, again, the woman feels that she shouldn't have to go through that nonsense at the end of the day. Why should I be broken poor and on the street because you were not smart enough or man enough to know how to back down when somebody tells you to back down? You had too much pride at the end of the day. Why should my kids and me be subjected to that? You might get a divorce out of this. I've seen it happen. What woman at the end of the day is going to go down with the ship with somebody who's a complete idiot? Yep, I've seen it happen. I've seen people right in the middle of the courtroom take their wedding rings off and walk and just right there and then that relationship is gone just like that. Yeah. Keep in mind, if you borrow money, it's mine too. Anything you get is mine. You owe me a lot of money. So if you borrow money, it's mine. I'm going to make sure that I pay someone to constantly track your finances. Any dime, anything that comes through, I want it. And for anybody sits there at the end of the day and think I'm a heartless person, no, I gave this person a lot of time to back down and mind his own business. Even sent him out court documents telling him, hey, look, man, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to keep your mouth shut. Keep my business out of your mouth. Stop doing these fake demonstrations against my product. Stop showing off my logo. Stop doing all this stuff you've been doing, or you're going to get slapped with a lawsuit. You listen? Nah. Do I care? Nah. Ain't my problem. I'm gonna take your money. I'm gonna give some of that to charity. And the rest of it, I'm gonna have some fun with it. And anybody else at the end of the day, if you feel the need that you want to touch my stuff, you'll end up the same way. Matthew, I'll be seeing you next month. You'll be getting documents very soon. I'm going to sue you for a lot of money. A lot of money. I hope you got it. Because if you don't, we got to start selling your stuff. This is what happens. People don't understand. You don't do dumb stuff like this at the end of the day. At all, period. Let me see something real quick. I'm going to finish that real quick. Worked too hard and took too long to build my company. Work hard every single day, breaking my neck to do what I got to do to make a good product. And I got to worry about you freaking 3 or 4 boneheads at the end of the day trying to slander everything I do. I can't do anything without you jokers just trying to slander my work at the end of the day. I'm getting all kind of congratulations. People are thanking me about the new change for the new company. Here come these jerks at the end of the day in there. Carrying on, oh, don't buy his paint. He's a hacker. He scans people. He steals people. He does this and does that. Making all these lies about me. So you want to see me triggered, right? Or you're going to see me triggered in court. And if I find any more stuff on your page, I'm going to file another lawsuit against you. You better figure a way to pay me. I'll tell you that much. You better have my money. I'm going to take everything from you. I don't care what you get. Inheritance, lottery, whatever you get, it's mine. And I am going to get that attorney to get them income tax checks too also. I got to get a special attorney for that to go in and show that you owe me a lot of money at the end of the day and we need to garnish your income tax. So this is what's going to happen, Jamie. You're not going to make rent. And you are going to move in with family. That's what's going to happen. Because I know family's not going to allow you to be homeless. I know that for a fact. So you are going to move with family. And you're going to lose everything. You're going to walk out of that apartment with nothing. And you're still going to owe me money. Unless you got a rich uncle somewhere that can pay my money up. And it's going to be a lot. It's not going to be that $30,000, mind you. That is $30,000 per infringement. That's 15 times you hit my copyrights. Plus the additional $10,000 I'm going to hit you with. Then I'm going to hit you with another copyright for touching the Black Series, which was brand new. We just got the copyright and you messed around with that too. So that's more money you're going to have to shell out to me. Then when we go to civil court, we're talking about $250,000 to $500,000 you're going to pay me. And we got all those lawsuits showing. We want, look, Your Honor, we won every single one of these lawsuits against us. And this is how many times this guy's been messing with our stuff. That's an open and shut case. We got evidence against you on top of evidence. So I hope you got a rich uncle somewhere because someone's going to pay me some money. I can hear it. I don't have it. Don't care. I don't care if you don't have it. If you don't have that money and you can only pay a small percentage of it up, you have to pay interest. There's interest on the interest alone will kill you. Oh, man. You know, I tried to avoid going down this road, which this is why the lawsuit took so long. Jamie, the reason why the lawsuit took so long to file against you, it wasn't because anybody was afraid of you. It wasn't because I didn't have enough evidence. It's because your family should not be subjected to this nonsense. That's why it took so long for me to file the lawsuit. Because I felt your family should not have to go through this crap. I'm thinking that maybe you have common sense in there that will allow you to say, okay, this is going too far. We're doing too much dumb stuff today. Let's back off of this guy and leave it alone. But apparently you don't. And when I was talking to my lawyer, he was like, well, if you don't care about his family, why should you? And he's right about that. It's not my family at the end of the day. It's your family. And don't get over there and start making threats. Don't do that. Because you're already in enough trouble as it is with death threats already carrying on. And you're already looking at jail time coming up. So again, don't do anything else stupid. At the end of the day, I would suggest until your court date come up to keep your mouth shut. Don't mention my name. Don't mention my business. Don't bother deleting videos. It's not going to help you. We dub copies on everything. We've been dubbing copies on you for a while. So no, that's not going to help you. I would suggest you just lay low. That's what you need to do. Because you got a lot of answering to do. A lot of answering. So our case got filed and we are ready to go. We're going to be ready to go pretty soon. We'll get a court date and then he has to appear in court and he's going to answer before the judge. Kept sending you messages over and over again. You were carrying on. You were going to go to court soon. Just kept acting up. And then Wix. Ooh, man, that's going to be interesting right there. Wix might cause me to retire for good. Yeah, it definitely could cause me to retire. That's a lot of money you got to pay us. They messed up badly. I already got 2 emails of apology from them. Apologizing. And they didn't act sooner to fix the mess. Isn't that interesting? That's going to be used against your court. You know that, right? It clearly shows that you have acknowledged that you have messed up. And therefore, that's going to get us even more money. Because you have acknowledged you're guilty. Let me see. Here we go. Now, they can keep your website up there for all they want. I don't care. They're getting sued anyway. It doesn't make a difference. Let me see. I don't see your, here we go, right here, right there. There you are. Still there. Good. Now, you can delete whatever you want off your site. Don't care. You can remove it off your site. Don't care. It's already been filed. Everything's filed. We're going to court. So it doesn't make a difference what you remove, what you change. Every message that you sent to us, you're spamming our accounts, all that's with the court now. There's nothing you can do. Jamie feels in his mind that if he starts removing stuff and start making stuff disappear, that it's gone for good and it's no one else is going to see it. I don't know where you get that from. Like the videos you have of you scamming people with screen paint, you feel that because you deleted the video, no one's going to see that, and you can keep talking about this product as if it never even happened, even though we have it right there of you doing it. But that's what you believe in. This is not going to help you. Case has already been submitted. All the information went in. They looked over it. There's enough information. There's enough evidence to go to court. This is why you just received a document telling you that you're going to court. There's the Frankenstein still there. Calling your product Frankenstein, which you do not have the right to do that because you do not owe that name. It's not yours. So that's something else you'll have to figure out in court. That's our copyrighted material right there. Lawsuit number 2. And let's go over here. Look, that's Jamie trying to act tough. It's a shame, but that's how he is. I told you, don't care about his own family. At the end of the day, he has no care about his own family. This man is going to court. He's going to be sued for a lot of money. And he doesn't have the ability to pay it. And even though he's watching his entire world burn around him, he's still in there carrying on. I think he may be sick. I'm going to tell you something, Jamie. If you tried to plead a 302 or a psychiatric evaluation, do you know what happens? You're still going to have to pay me money at the end of the day. That's still going to happen. But this will basically, you will lose your freedom. It will show that you are incapable of basically being able to survive among people that are normal. It means that basically you are unfit to live among society and you may be a little bit suicidal. And this will basically be snatched and taken away from you. Your freedom will go just like that. You'll be put into a facility, pumped with medication, and you will have no rights whatsoever. So that's what's going to happen. You can do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, that particular picture right there, that person we've already taken them to PayPal, and we're about to win the claim. And the reason why we're winning the claim, because the projector that he's using has a dull lamp. It's dim, and you can see it right from the picture. So again, that's not a scamming. We have tons of pictures with customers. We have our products outside. Not a problem at all. The thing with Jamie is if we have like 1 or 2 customers that may not like our products, or we may have 1 or 2 customers that try to do wrong against us, Jamie takes those 1 or 2 pictures and tries to exploit them by saying, look what you got, look what you got, look what you got. Okay, big deal. When you deal with customers, you're always going to have, no one's going to like you all the time. No customer's going to like you all the time. That's virtually impossible. You have multiple customers on your account that are complaining that your products are matching basement paint. One guy calls you a scammer multiple times over and over again, even calls you racist multiple times in those conversations due to the fact that your product is a scam. Your product clearly match house paint, and the very same product that match house paint and your own video is sitting on your website right now. So yeah. By the way, this particular fellow right here, I always ask one thing of a customer. If a customer's product is coming up where they say they don't like it, we request for them to send the package back to the house so that way we can paint it up and test it on live. And guess what? He didn't want to send the package back. I had the text messages actually to prove it. Okay then. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's move on. Now, he says stop scamming. Mind you, these products are all house paint. But let's go in here and let's look at some more stuff you have in here, Jamie. Jamie, what you got to worry about right now is you got to worry about court. You're worrying about slamming me and calling me a scammer. That is not going to help you. You're going to court for copyright infringements. You touched a copyright that does not belong to you. You used it for your own personal use. This is what you're going to court for. So it's not going to help you at all, period. I don't care what you show at the end of the day. You're going to court and you're going to pay me the money that you owe me. And if you don't have that money to pay me, what's going to happen is I'm going to have someone go through your house and remove your stuff. And you're going to pay me. That's it. Yeah, I'm done. Sure. I got about 10 orders on the floor right now. I have contracts under my company. Yeah, I'm done. And all my products are tested at the end of the day. Where's your test demonstrations? Nothing. All right. Yep, I'm done. I'll see you in court, Jamie, real soon. Jamie is very afraid. He's very afraid, and this is how he's acting out. There you go, Jamie. That's why Jamie's afraid. His case was filed. He's going to court. That's our judge. Now, again, you're going to have to explain to that judge that I give you permission to use my copyrights. And if you don't have that permission, $30,000 per offense. So you're going to have to pay me. Let's go over and look at something real quick he has over here. Well, then you go file a lawsuit. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. I'm waiting. Let's go check over here. So the fellow, bottom line is, shows us a screen. I'll show you the messages and the conversation we had with him. And I asked him to send the paint back to the house. So that way I can paint it up and we can see where there's a problem with the paint. And he says he doesn't want to send it back. He doesn't want to waste the time and the money. But he files a claim against me with PayPal, which he's not going to win because we requested him to send the product back. His product has a batch number and it has been tested, just like all the products we put out. So there we go. All right, let me go over here real quick. I want to see this real quick right here. See, right there. Jamie doesn't learn a thing. So after he's getting sued for doing stuff like this. You don't learn. I told you. Jamie does not care about his family. Put his name on there. This is also was submitted to the judge. So again, Jamie, my orders, and this year I'm going to obtain more contracts. I'm going to have my products in showrooms, which I am, and you are going to have to figure out how to spend, actually start to spend, you're going to have to figure out how to pay me at hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. A lot of money. So you better find yourself a rich uncle, cousin, some family member you may have, because you're going to pay me this money. And you're going to pay me with interest. So don't fall behind. And to make sure, because we can convince the judge right on the spot because of the problems we had with you for many, many years, and the things you have done, you're not a trustworthy person, and we feel we're not going to get our money right away. So we're going to request your for the sheriff's sale execution of judgment on your items right away, right from the door. Which means a week or so, sheriff's department's going to come to your door, movers are going to come to your door, and they're going to basically go into your house, and they're going to start removing your items from your house. You're going to take it to an auction house, and you're going to sell it off, and I'm going to get the money. That's what's going to happen. If you have a car, anything you own, they're bringing a flatbed, they'll load everything up, bikes, whatever you have, they'll take it. Everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Your stuff, your son's stuff, and your wife's stuff is mine now. Unless she decides to separate from you and divorce you, then she's not a part of that because she has nothing to do with you. And that may happen. So, again, I don't hide anything from anybody. I'll sit there and tell you the truth just as it is. Per customer that he's showing right now, not only Jamie can go with, we may have 2 or 3 customers that may not like our products. At the end of the day, you're going to have a few here and there. If you look at my record that I have on paper, I have very little returns. But we get a couple of people that may dislike our products. All of a sudden he goes like, oh my God, he's such a horrible person. Yeah, so you name one company that doesn't have a few customers that don't like them. Name one. And don't have any customers don't like them. Name one. Every company goes through that. Every single one. But Jamie, the problem we have with you is the reason why you are a scammer at the end of the day, because you literally got caught on camera with a house paint. Did you pull the house paint from your website? No. Why are you still selling it when you know this stuff matches house paint? Why are you stealing images off Google to try to make your product look like something that is not, even when you own a 4K projector and you still do this nonsense? Yet you want to call everybody scammer. I can't wait to see your face in court. I don't know how in the world you figure that in the back of your mind that you're going to get out of this. Because you're not. So, I would suggest for you to get a second job, third job, whatever you got to do at the end of the day, but you owe me money. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen is you're going to pay me. That's what's going to happen. That's all to it. You can rant about this, rant about it. It doesn't make a difference. You got the docket number. It shows it was filed. We're going to court. You're going to have to convince the judge that I gave you full permission to do all this stuff, including the racial slurs and the freaking death threat that you left in the emails, which is now going to result to criminal charges. Oh, Jamie, if you decide not to show up to court, just to let you know, for that, I automatically win anyway. If you show up to court, I win anyway. Now, when it comes to the criminal charges, if you choose not to show up, you will get a bench warrant on you. Do you understand how that works? I mean, somebody will be coming to your house to come get you, whether it be at your job, whether you be outside, wherever you be, wherever you're at, they're going to come and get you. And when they come and get you, oh, I forgot he's going to be served too. They got to serve him too. Once that number goes out, he has to be served. They're looking at that. I think they do send someone out to serve you. Oh, they do. I forgot about that part. Yeah. He's got to be served to go to court. Not me. I'm the one that issued it. So someone's going to come to his house to basically give him that document for him to appear in court. Ooh, they're pretty brutal. These guys are pretty brutal. I mean, literally, these guys are like little pit bulls at the end of the day. They will get the job done. This guy will be waiting outside your job. He'll be waiting outside your house. Yeah, he's going to be looking for you every day to give you that document to serve you to show you got to be in court. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. You have to pay a lot of duck hunt with these guys in the day because, yeah, that guy's going to come to you every single day. He's going to knock on your door. He's going to let it know he's there. And chances are what he's probably going to do is if he can't get to you, he's going to pin it to your door. He's going to pin it to your job. He's going to come after you. I forgot about that. Yeah, you got to be served to go to court. Oh, well, good luck with that one. What do they call them guys again? The ones that come out and come get you? I forgot the names for them. But yeah, that guy's going to come to your house to serve you. You got to be served for court. They're going to hand that document right in your hand. So you're going to be seeing somebody coming to see you real soon. But not only that, like I said, if you don't show up for the criminal charges, you get a bench warrant on you. They will come for you. California police will come right to your front door and come get you. And they'll put them handcuffs on you. You might want to make sure you show up. It's pretty embarrassing if you're at work or you're with friends and 2 officers come up and they put handcuffs on you and they put you in a car. That's going to be kind of embarrassing. You may want to show up for that one. Yeah. All right, so let me see. As you can see, he's still doing dumb stuff on his site, still carrying on. That's what Jamie does. It's a shame he's like that, but he is. All right, that being said, Jamie, I got orders to get out tomorrow. I got contracts I'm still working on. I got the new gunmetal technologies coming out. And the beautiful thing about this, Jamie, is this is what makes me happy. I can put out a product, and I don't have to worry about you being an idiot at the end of the day and slamming my work because you're jealous. That's what I can do. That's the freedom I got, is getting rid of you. And then Partey, you're next. And, Matthew, you're next. And then Partey, and then Solid 5. I want you to be the last. I want you to see what happens to the rest of them. Partey, I'm going to flatten your house. I'm literally serious. I'm going to flatten your house. I'm going to see if I can basically get your house from you. Because usually most of the time, if I sue and I want something, I don't want money. I want your house. That's what I want. That's how I'm going to be able to get your property. Because usually if I sue for money, they got to sell your house to pay me. But I don't want the money. I actually want your house because I'm going to flatten it for you. And the reason why I told you why I'm going to flatten your house, Parte, is because your wife cares about the house more than you do. And when I flatten that house, she's going to take it out on you, which means that could cause a separation. It's going to cause some problems. It's going to cause some very serious problems. Think about it. This is a woman at the end of the day spent all this time decorating and making this house. Mostly more about the woman than you. And you, grown man, out doing dumb stuff at the end of the day, which should know better, came against, caught somebody and committed some stupid acts against them, and that person took you to court and won a lawsuit against you. And you could have avoided all of this. You're a grown man then. She married a grown man, not a child. And you could have avoided all this nonsense by just minding your own business. And you got her house flattened. You got it crushed. And she's going to take that out on you. And good chances are it's going to come with a divorce. And that's going to cause you a great deal of pain because you're going to lose the person that you love. Well, kind of told you, my mind's kind of crazy at the end of the day. I think things through thoroughly. I could have been the Joker. But anyway, enough about that. That's how we're going to do it. Now, yeah, it does sound ruthless. That is pretty ruthless at the end of the day. It seems a little more ruthless for me to do, to tell you the truth. Even though you are a jerk. Nah, that'd be wrong. I can't do that. That's wrong. I can't. That's kind of wrong. After housing get it crushed and all that. And even though you do deserve it at the end of the day, but she doesn't deserve. What did she do at the end of the day? She didn't really do anything at all, period. So it's not her fault anyway. So she shouldn't have to be subjected for your dumb nonsense. I'll just sue you. That's all. $150,000. That should be good, right? No use in crushing the house. At least she can keep the house when she divorces you. You can end up in the street. La-di-da. I think it's better that way. I think that'd be ruthless. I'm trying to be a Christian at the end of the day. That is pretty ruthless. It's a good plan, but it's extremely ruthless. I mean, crush someone's house and they take, yeah, that's pretty, that's a domino effect right there. But why should she lose a house? He's an idiot at the end of the day. So she should literally just keep the house, divorce him, and we just sue the daylights out of him. I think that's more fair. Yeah. And he's probably sitting there telling, you're not going to do nothing. Oh, shut up. Yes, we are. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Got 1,300 pictures from you. My lawyers were collecting pictures from you for court. All that time, they were collecting all that information on you. You're done. Man, I tell you, this is going to be sweet. I get to vanquish my enemies as I rise to the top. This is going to be awesome. I can't believe we got the filing number. When I see the file number, we knew we were going to get it anyway because we had a ton of evidence on this guy. When the attorneys looked at it, they were like, gee whiz, are these guys drinking bleach at the end of the day? They literally think you guys are slow on so many levels, it's not even funny. Like, literally, the evidence is right there. Gee whiz. Man, you're so, I'm sorry, my French people, but you are screwed on a level that's unbelievable. Oh, wow. Whew. Mind you, this judge is a judge for copyrights. Do you know how bad this is, people? This isn't a regular judge. This is a judge that works for the United States government. He's a copyright judge. That's where you're going to. That's pretty bad. It's not a judge that doesn't know anything about copyrights. He specializes in copyrights because that's what he is. That's why we took you there. Oh, man, this is going to be brutal. So I know he's afraid. He's doing that to me. Oh, you're done. What I'm done for what? Because the customer basically, well, this is why we asked the customers from the door. You know how many Optima projectors I own? How many projectors I own? I own an Optima projector that's sitting over there. It's probably about $60. And I can get that projector to pull up. Are you kidding me? You know how many test demonstrations I do on our products every single day? Are you kidding me? I got screens like Black Diamond that recognize my technology at the end of the day. So sure enough, you don't know jack at the end of the day. If you can't tell the difference between house paint, you don't know jack. And I know for a fact that if we get one or two customers here and there, so what? They may not like my product or this, that, and the other, but my product's back. They have batch numbers and all my stuff to make sure it works before it ships out the door. You don't have batch numbers, Jamie. Do you? No, because you can't even pass house paint. Guarantee you can't even pass the color of my walls in here. When you want to talk about exporting to, oh, well, this and that. Well, we told the customer if he didn't dislike the product, guess what? He got an exchange policy. He can send that paint right back over here. I'll paint it up, put it on YouTube, and test it on a projector that's way lower than his. If it doesn't pull, then I will send him a new product that definitely works. I will have a batch number tested and sent to him personally. That's how I do business. I don't have a policy on my website that tells my customers that, hey, if it lands on the property, it's yours. If you open it, it's yours. We don't have that at the end of the day. So he didn't want to send the paint back. And the reason why he didn't want to send the paint back, because he knew he wanted to change the settings on the projector to make him look like it's dark. Other than that, why wouldn't you want to send it back? What's the excuse? All right, then. Now, because we have that document, I could go in and basically take this a little farther than it needs to, but it doesn't. It's going through PayPal. We'll win our judgment. That's the end of it. Because I offered him to send the paint back, and he refused. And the reason why he refused, because he was doing something he wasn't supposed to do. That's why. All right, people. I'm done with this conversation. I'm happy. I am so happy. I'm finally going to get a chance to see this guy squirm in front of a judge. And he is going to cry. Oh, the crocodile tears are going to come out. He is going to cry. No more tough guy in there, Jamie. No more trying to be the tough guy. You're going to lose a lot of money. $15 times $30,000. You're going to owe me $450,000 in that courtroom. You got that money on you by any chance? This is what you're going to pay me. You hit my copyright 15 times, right? That's $30,000 per offense. You owe me $450,000. Man, you better get the cracking and working. You know, matter of fact, you don't even have time to be up here making some crack jokes about customers at the end of the day. You need to get a job and get to work. You owe me money, a lot of freaking money. And that's with interest at the end of the day. Gee whiz. Oh, man. $450,000. Hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it, Jamie. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it for touching my copyrights. I hope it was worth it. $450,000. You don't have $450,000. That's almost near $500,000. You don't have it. I can clean your entire house out and you still wouldn't be able to pay me my money. You don't have it. Unless your collection's worth that much. We're going to have to find out. What we're going to have to do is go through your collection and get an appraisal and figure out how much it's worth. And see if you can come close to putting a dent in that thing. If you don't have that, we'll see what else you have. If you got a family member that got some money, then he can give me my money. Gee whiz. You're going to end up paying more money than Matthew. Matthew is going to pay $250,000 for fraud. Lawsuit want judgments for committing fraud against a company. $250,000, 20 years in jail. You're going to pay more than him at the end of the day. Gee whiz, you guys do some dumb stuff, man. Dumb stuff. You know, Jamie, there was a time where I said to myself that if you gave me an apology, I'd have let this go. If you got there on YouTube and got on your knees and you begged for an apology, I'll let it go. Not now. Yeah, we're past that now. We're way past that. The minute I filed that paperwork, we're way past it. Whew, man. Apology won't even help you now. $450,000. You're going to have to pay me that in one hit because the interest is going to collect on that like crazy. Your credit is gone. That's all gone. You will never get a house. You will get nothing out of that. Your credit is completely shot. You do know this lawsuits can carry over to the next of kin. This could pass over to your kids. No common sense, man. You know, instead of you, and the thing about it, Jamie, is so sad about you, man. This is coming, man. It's coming. And you could have been in the room apologizing. Instead of be acting up and carrying on the way you were doing, you could have been apologizing. I'm sorry, man. Look, man, you know, can you try to... You could at least been apologizing. That's something at the end of the day. That's something. But you couldn't even apologize. Oh well. Whew, man. So false claims. Yeah, right there. We got to file that with the federal government for that one. Lawsuit penalties for filing fraud against the company. Fraud and judgment. Let me see what we got going on here with this. Oh, I should have put down, let's see. Penalties for basically committing fraud. So that code right there. Chart 215. Committing, oh, that is blasting fraud? No, not blasting, sorry. Lawsuit penalties for committing fraud.
Here is some information for False Claims Act Healthcare. According to Office of Inspector General, HHS.gov.
Healthcare? No, lawsuits. Let's see. Gee whiz, are you freaking kidding me? Matthew, you got money?
Plus $11,000.
You don't have that money. Let me see this for a minute. 30,000, 30,000. Let me see. Convicted of fraud in court. How much for lawsuit? Lawsuit, civil court. Oh, we got to file with civil court. Lawsuit. Slander and fraud lawsuit in court. There we go. Cases. Must UK right there. They said that these cases, this is going to be fun, are extremely difficult to prove. Yours, on the other hand, not difficult to prove. You literally want to get our company's policy. We don't support that machine. Not difficult to prove. Extremely easy. And even have a letter with you stating that you didn't find your projector on the list, which you acknowledge that you knew that it wouldn't be supported. This is not good for you. So let's see. So I was looking at his icon. So his icon, he has a strange icon. Let me see. His icon's a little interesting. Oh, wait. That wouldn't be here. That wouldn't be here. That would be at Wix. We had that conversation with him. I'm going to make sure we don't got customers' information bottom. Here we go. There we are. This is you right here. Because you have this interesting icon with this earth next to. That's you in it, right? Yeah, this is what we sent to the lawyers. This is the conversation we had with him the entire time. As a matter of fact, the fellow who sent in the picture of the screen, we have your conversation up there too. And in that conversation, when I was talking to you, you said the picture came out too dark. And I said, can you do me a favor? Can you send it to us so we can test it and see how dark it's coming up as you claimed? And you refused to send it out. You said it was a waste of your time and you didn't really feel like sending it out. Now, why would you say that? I'm offering to take the item from you and basically test it myself to see what's wrong with it. But you refused that. Now, why would you refuse that? See, that same message that you sent to me, I submitted that message over to PayPal to show that we did reach out to you, we did contact you, and we did ask you to send it back so we could test it, and you refused this. And this is why you're going to lose your claim with PayPal. Don't do dumb stuff in front of me. Then you send that to Crow because you figure Crow could use that to damage me. Crow's already in trouble. Crow's in so much trouble, it's not even funny how much trouble he's in. He's got to go to court. He's going to be sued for $450,000. Yeah, he's in enough trouble already. But we did ask you to send it back to us, and you refused. So why would you refuse? I said I was going to test it on live. What was the problem? See, there you go. You guys constantly do dumb stuff, and then you try to make me seem like the bad guy. Now, see, if Crow slams me on it, doesn't he with that, guess where I'm going to go to? I'm coming to you. Because we had this conversation. I asked you to bring this paint to me so I can test it for myself, even though we know we tested when we shipped it out. And if you refuse to send that back to me and then slam me anyway, send it to him thinking, okay, I didn't touch it, I just sent it to him, Crow's being sued for that same purpose, which means you knew when you sent that paint over to him or whatever pictures you sent to him, you knew what he was going to do, which will make you reliable. I'm going to let this one go, my friend. This one I will let go. But don't you ever buy anything from me ever again. You understand me? But I did submit your conversation to PayPal, showing them that we did reach out to you, asking you to send it back. And the reason why I know this and I can back this up, because we've done this multiple times with customers. We had the 8 machine, whatever that thing was called. I went out and purchased a projector to show the customer at the end of the day his projector was trash. We had products come back here and test them and send it back, and they work perfectly. So we've done this already multiple times. I have videos on that of requesting customers to send things back to me. So yeah, I don't know anybody would deny that. Why would you deny it? Unless you were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. Just wondering. Always put that out there. But let's check out this real quick. Let me see. This was all printed out. We even talked about primer in here. Even talked about primer. Everything. Look. We talked about primer. We talked about everything in here. Whole conversation with them. Sent them over where you can buy the paint from. Over here. Yeah. The whole conversation. Everything's dated and everything. Asked about what size screen. Everything. Full conversation. Even sent them out a free blackout cloth. Did you know that? We sent them a free blackout cloth to them. Added in for you a 7x10 free blackout cloth surface for them. Now, here, you stated that you said, I have been doing a lot of research on ultra short throw projectors for movie theater, ultra short throw, and now, although I 100% understand that not on your list. So you knew we don't support these weird projectors. It's not on the list. We don't support them. Just like the projector you have called the IV-VIII. We don't support that projector. Matter of fact, we have demonstrations of a customer of the first IV-VIII projector that came out way before you ever had it. And it doesn't work. I clearly have it stated all over my website. Stated in every shopping cart. I talk about it all the time. We don't support them. So what would make you think that that projector would work on my product? Now, if you went in, excuse me, and you didn't read the policy, and you basically went out and did that demonstration to begin with, how am I at fault with that? How are you going to tell me my product comes up too dark and doesn't work when I just basically state that we don't use that projector at all? So whose fault would that be? That'd be your fault at the end of the day. And that's what's got you slammed with a lawsuit. Yeah, don't do dumb stuff at the end of the day. But it'd be different. Most customers, what they do is say they buy the paint and the projector doesn't work out. Then they contact us and say, hey, look, paint's not working. I go, okay, let me see. I look at the videos. We know what the fake projectors look like. What projector you got? Oh, I got a Shooby-Doo. A Shooby-Doo? I'm sorry, we don't support the Shooby-Doo. Okay, so, okay, this is what we're going to do for you. You send me some pictures on the Shooby-Doo, and we'll put that in our blacks, what I call our blacklist, and we'll send you out a silver paint. And the silver paint will fix your problem. There you go. That's what we do. But this person never contacted us. The reason why, because his intentions were to tarnish our company. The lawyer even noticed that when he was looking at the lid. He said, why is the tape so balled up on the top? Because when we send them out, they're sealed flat to the container. That's a film. That's not everyday tape. It's a special film that we put on it. And we hit it with a heat gun. It seals to the container. So why does yours look like that? Yeah. Oh, man. And keep in mind, you did acknowledge it had a batch number attached to it, which means you have a video testing out that product before we shipped it out to you. So you did acknowledge that in the video. See, this is the dumb stuff y'all get yourselves into. Doing dumb stuff. Now, let me see. No, unknown number. I love when we get those right there. We blocked them right from the door. If you send me a message that comes with an unknown number, you'll be blocked from the door. We don't bother with you. I'm pretty sure you have a name that goes along with you and everything else. And, you know, we don't do unknown, so you'll be blocked. Look at this. Unknown number. Who the freak gonna answer that? And then there's 2 messages in there. Let me tell you something, Jamie, so we can explain this to you. Most people who call someone don't call them twice and back to back. They never do that. They call one time. That's it. It's one message. When we see a message coming that has 3 or 4 messages attached to it, no, they don't do that. They send one message. That's it. And a contact number, most likely, for them to call them to back. But they never do that. That's just stupid. There's just somebody in there just ranting and just needs more time to rant a little more. That's what that means. You know nothing about business. All right. Jamie, I'm going to explain something to you. So we can just, I got things to do. I got this gunmetal technology we're bringing out, and it's going to be amazing. So let me explain something to you. I have no more time to discuss any more about your products and whatever nonsense you're doing. This thing is going to be settled. We're going to court. You're going to have someone come to your house to serve you, to give you that document. He's got to put it in your hand. So he's going to come. He's going to be persistent, very, very persistent. He's going to come all hours of the day. He's going to knock on your door, and it's going to freak you out. You never know who's going to knock at that door. If that might be that person. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be using that peephole a lot, because this guy's going to be persistent. So he's going to meet you at your job. He's going to follow you. He's going to make sure he meets you anywhere he can get you at to give you that paperwork, and you're going to take it. And when you take that paperwork, you're going to accept that you are going to court. That's what's going to happen. Now, we'll see you in court. You will go before a judge, and you will explain to him that all the stuff that they felt that was necessary to bring it to court, because there's enough evidence, you're going to get your chance to explain why you did all that and why you had the right to do it. And again, you're going to have to show that I gave you permission to do this. And if you can't, most likely, if you get hit with all 15 at $30,000 a pop, you're going to owe me $450,000. And because of your record and the things that you do, we can actually convince the court that you're not a very honest person, that you will not pay us this money. We will execute judgment right on the spot, which means Sheriff's Department will be popping up to your house with a police officer. Well, actually, the men will be coming up to your house with a police officer, make sure you don't have any problems, and they're going to start removing your stuff out of your house, selling everything you off at auction. You can't do anything about it. They'll serve you the court order right there, and they'll take your stuff. You got a car, flatbed, motorcycle, take that too, everything. Now, that's it. There's nothing more to talk about. We're done. As for the rest of you other gentlemen, I'll be getting to you shortly. I got some things I got to take care of first. I got 4 years to execute. Actually, no, some of y'all got 3. Some of y'all got 4 years to execute on. Solid weight, I might do you a little different. I'm going to take care of the other ones first. You'll watch them crumble first. I'm going to take my time with you. I'm going to give you about a year. I'm going to give you a year. That's what I'm going to do. You don't know when I'm coming. I'm not going to tell you when and when it's going to happen, but I will be coming. But I'm going to give you about a year. That's what I'm going to do. Sometimes that's the worst, just the waiting game. So while I'm out relaxing and enjoying my life, you're going to be nervous as it can be. Very, very nervous. Always wondering when it's going to happen. And then one day, it is going to happen. And I'll see you in court. All right, that's basically about it. And for those of you who felt in the day that I have no right to be this person, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I put up with a lot of nonsense from these individuals for many, many years. I let a lot of stuff go for many, many years. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt to try to change their lives, and they choose not to. Then that's it. Solid Weight 5 got busted clear right on freaking YouTube doing the dumbest stuff you can possibly think. Did he stop? No. He went in and did a Q&A with Crow talking about how he didn't do anything and this, that, and the other dumb stuff at the end of the day. And then continue to still slam my channel at the end of the day. So... oh, too, there's one other person of interest. There's a fellow running around with my my domain name that belongs to me. That's mine, right? Well, my friend, we are going to meet real shortly, real soon, because I've had a lawyer on your site quite a few times watching your videos. I don't care if you mock me and make fun of me. I don't care. But that domain name is not yours. It's registered to me and it belongs to me. So you're going to pay for that. Hope you don't own your property. Gee, wait, I'm in a bunch of houses, man. This is crazy. Like, seriously, like, how many people am I freaking suing this year? Like, I'm gonna sue Crow. We're suing Partey, sue Solid 5. We're suing Matthew. You want to turn around and sue this guy for basically touching my domain name without my permission. Gee whiz. You know, I can literally sit back and stop selling screen paint and just collect y'all stuff at the end of the day. That's all I have to do. Y'all are stupid. Y'all don't learn. Y'all don't learn jack at the end of the day. I have to do, hopefully we get a chance to do a demonstration against screen innovation. I'm not going up there and call these people scammers and fakes and liars and all that. No, what would I do that for? I'm messing around and get me a lawsuit at the end of the day. No, I'm going to go up there and do a professional demonstration. I'm not going to talk much on camera. I'm going to put their product next to mine and let the people decide from there. And it's basically going to run a simple test, white level test, color test, and contrast. Lights on, lights off, and that's what we're going to do. We don't need to drop it at 1,000. We'll keep it at 5,000 lumens. We use the big boy projectors, and that's it. Just a simple side-by-side. Now, if he decides he wants to take me to court, what does he have on me? Nothing. I just came in and just did a side-by-side demonstration. Didn't say anything bad about his product. Didn't tell people not to buy it. Just did a side-by-side. That's it. If my product comes out better, then so be it. If his comes out better, so be it. That's the end of it. Right there and then. But there's nothing they can take me to court on. Not a thing. But you guys come out here, take my products, open up containers, mix it with stuff, call me this, call me that, call me scammer, call me liar, call me cheat. Yeah, you don't do stuff like that at the end of the day. This is why Jamie's going to court. You ain't going to sleep much tonight, I know that. You're definitely not sleeping tonight. Your heart's racing at 100 miles an hour. I know right now. Got that cotton mouth and everything going on. I know you do. Oh, it's going to be bad. Not going to be good. Tell you the truth, man. Part of me feels sorry for you. I do. I can honestly say that. But I'm not going to drop my lawsuit. I do feel sorry for you. I wish you would have taken the warning. I wish you would have. It's not going to be good for you. Not going to be good at all. That's a lot of money. Pay up. The court don't care. At the end of the day, if you don't have the money, you could be working at Mickey D's making probably about a little bit here and there. Well, Mickey D's makes good money now. You think about 13 or something an hour now. But still, they don't care about that. You got a judgment on you. You have to pay that money up regardless. Execution of judgment. This is actually a real thing. A lot of people don't know. Execution of judgment is a real thing. It's what they file against you right from the door when they want to get their money fast from you. So basically, okay, this happened to me once. You sue somebody, right? And they give you property. I've had somebody give me property because they didn't have the money. So sometimes they try to be slick. Sometimes they try to give you a piece of property that pretty much that they got to sell it first. They don't actually give it to you. They got to sell it first in order for you to get that money. It's called paper judgment. So what they do is they basically give you an order that you're getting some property, but it's up to them when they sell the property to give you the money. It could be years before you get that money. So that's why you do an execution of judgment on the spot, because that means that you can have somebody come in and liquidate that property as fast as possible and get your money. That's what you do. So it's called paper judgment. I've been through these before. So execution of judgment. Execution of judgment.
According to Law Shelf, execution of judgment. Execution refers to an official document that directs a sheriff to take possession of a judgment debtor's property so that it either may be turned over to the judgment creditor or may be sold at public sale so that the proceeds may be turned over to the judgment creditor.
See, that's what it's called. So anytime you go to court and you want to get your money real fast, because what happens is some people would drag their feet on making payments. Sometimes they'll give you some people will give them a chance and they'll give them payments. They got to pay so much to you every month. They got to pay you. It's not like $1. They got to pay some serious money. So you can get maybe a couple grand, $3,000 or $4,000. They got to pay you. Or if you feel that this person is too risky and you want your money right away, then you go file for execution of judgment. A lot of people don't know about that when you go to court. You file that right there on the spot. And what that's going to do is that's going to make sure that you get your money, because they will come to the house and get their stuff. Sheriff's Department will come in, creditor will come in, and they will go in and they will get your stuff. And they'll take all your stuff, they'll pile it onto a truck, and they'll take it down to a facility where they'll bring in an appraiser and figure out what's worth what, and then they'll sell it off. That's what happens to it. So at least you should know the law when you go in. At least you know something now. Now you know what that is. Each state has their own different rules and regulations on what you can do for basing your judgment. So that's basically about it. I got a site to work on. I got things to do at the end of the day. And I told you what was going to happen. What did I say? I told you that this year I'm going to the next level. And the year for you guys, you're going to be fighting to stay out of jail. You're going to be fighting to pay bills at the end of the day. It's going to be bad. Now, mind you, not done with you. You get a conspiracy charge coming up. Because it shows that we can show videos of you guys all talking together, committing a conspiracy to take down my company. And you know how much time you can get on a conspiracy charge? It's quite a lot of time. It's more than 20. So again, what Jamie got coming to him, he got somebody coming to his house to serve him that paperwork to show he has to be in court. That's what's going to happen to him. And they're going to follow him everywhere. They're going to sit outside and they're going to watch him get into his car, bike, whatever, and they're going to follow him. They're going to follow him to his job. They're going to follow you everywhere you go. They're going to follow you. They'll follow you in movie theaters, restaurants, whatever. You're going to get served. They will come to your door in the morning. They will come to your door in the afternoon. They will come there at night. Time they'll wait outside for you if they got to. You're going to get served. Yep, you're getting served, buddy. So enjoy. Reality is an interesting thing. Get on YouTube. People want to act up. They want to carry on. They want to do what they want to do. And then after that, when they get served. Anytime, gentlemen, you feel that you got a lawsuit against me, you file. You understand me? But you ain't got nothing. You ain't got a leg to stand on. I got everything at the end of the day. So, yeah. This is going to be interesting. See him scared to go near the door because he doesn't know if that fellow's out there waiting for me. Sometimes they change up. Sometimes they change up and it'd be a different person next time. It might not be the same person. So that's something to worry about. Our paranoia's going to kick in. You're going to have a hard time delivering packages or running your business or doing anything. Because anytime a knock come at that door, you don't know who it is going to be waiting for you. Oh, they good at their job. Trust me. That's the interesting part right there. That's when that reality is going to kick in. That's when it's going to kick in that you messed up. Just take the paperwork. Save the time and the craziness, take the paperwork, and face the judgment. See you in court, Jamie. Real soon. Y'all have a good one.